Alright guys, so this is the question, multiplicative property of equality with fractions. So this is just one of those questions where it tells you to solve for x. And you just have to know how to answer the problem. So I'm going to show you how to do this. Just bear with me, we'll get through it. Okay, so the goal for this question is to get to the point where you say x equals something. Okay, so when we get to x equals, it doesn't have to be pretty, it doesn't have to be fancy, it just x equals whatever. We are done. So this is the goal. Once we get to this point, you might have to simplify a fraction or something, but for the most part, you're done. Okay, so with this question, we have, we have 2/5 x equals 30. Okay, so this says 2/5x, so 2/5 of x equals 30. Okay, now the goal of this is to get x by itself, which we already sort of talked about. So you have to think about first, what is connected to x? So if I'm looking at x, and the goal is to get this guy by himself, I need to get rid of what is attached to him. Okay, so 2/5 is attached to x. So in order to get rid of 2/5, we have to really know what's happening. So in this 2/5 x, so if I have 3x or 2x, that means I'm multiplying 3 times x or 2 times x. So that is the same of what we're doing here. We are multiplying 2/5 times x. Now to get x alone by himself, we have to do the opposite of what is there. Now there's two ways to think about this, but I'm just going to go with the sort of the easier way, I think, to explain it. So if I have 2/5 x and I just want to have x, I need to have 1x, because 1x is just the same as x, right? So in order to get 1, I need to multiply something by that, right? So if I have 5/2, which is the reciprocal of 2/5, right? Then that means that I have 5 times 2, which is 10, and 2 times 5, which is 10x. Now, 10/10 equals 1. So that would give me, essentially, x equals. Okay, so I know that I can do, if I multiply by the reciprocal of what is attached to this, then I can get x equals. But if I do it on this side, I need to do it on this side too. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, well, I multiplied by 5/2 on this side, so I'm going to multiply by 5/2 on that side, on the right. So a lot of people get to this point and they're like, I have 30 times 5/2. How do I do this? Remember, you can turn any whole number into a fraction by putting it over 1. Okay, so I now have 30/1 times 5/2. I'm going to simplify before I multiply. That way you don't have to do it at the end. It makes it a little easier. So I can say, okay, 2 and 30 can both be divided by 2. So I put 1 here and a 15 there. And 15 times 5, I'm going to double check this so I don't tell y'all the wrong answer, is, okay, so that's 75/1. Okay, so that is 75. So I'm just going to bring that guy down here. And I now have x equals 75. Now, like I said before, when we get to the point where it says x equals, we are done. Okay, and we have satisfied that requirement. X equals something. Now, if you're like me and you need to check to make sure that your answer is correct, because I'm paranoid like that, y'all. So I will put in that into my equation. So 2/5 times 75/1. Okay. So 2 times 75 is 150. 150 divided by 5 is 30. And this equals that, so I know that my answer is right. So if you really just needed a way to check it, that's the way to check it. It's still really sloppily written, but that's fine. So I can predict that there's going to be some people that need a little bit more help with this throughout the week. If you're one of those people, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you. But for the most part, as long as you are following these directions in this video, I think you'll be okay. Let me know if you need more help. I'll be happy to give you another example.